near storeroom.
Hey, bonsoir tout le monde, bienvenue sur le couch, c'est Zémé qui continue le New Game Plus de God of War, Game of Thrones. Elle est bonne. On devait avoir un live ce soir avec Agent, mais il y a un empêchement. Donc on va se reprendre plus tard. Bon, hier j'avais fini en tuant ce petit dragon-là. C'est une très belle fin de vidéo. C'était nice.
Let's do it.
Okay, ça va increase rage gain, but reduce the size of the rage bar. Increase drain rage. Ah, elle est cool, mais « 8, 9, 10. Ah, elle est meilleure que elle que j'ai. Ah, c'est chiant, ça. Oh, que c'est chiant. Du sang! What's up, Cage? Ça s'en vient, man? YOLO, you only live once. Est-ce que ça va que tu dis ça, ou faut-tu s'inquiéter? Ça, je suis good. Je suis pas mal pauvre aussi. C'est des artefacts que je peux voir. Non, je peux attendre. YOLO God of War.
Nothing to your liking, I see?
Action till the end. Ah ouais, absolument. C'est du non-stop action role-playing game, si on veut.
Feels like it wasn't that long ago we were hunting deer. Now we fought dark elves, trolls, and ogres, and a dragon. I feel like we could be anything.
We win because we are determined, disciplined, not because we feel ourselves superior.
Sure, I know. It feels good to be strong, you know?
Yes.
On avait pas mis des nouvelles flèches. Qui semblent bien fonctionner pour l'instant. Bon. Allons voir où est-ce que ça nous mène. Je pense qu'on va de l'autre côté là-bas.
Oh, I'm gonna like this. Strange fountain could blow up. Not yet.
Ok, fait que ces flèches-là font moins de dégâts. Ah, je comprends. Ah, c'est bien cool.
Shot it once. It's going again. Ooh, good find.
Oh, parlant d'artefacts. Ah, je viens de voir que tu as fait un screen jump, mais je le vois pas de mon côté. sur l'écran, je devrais dire. Est-ce que tu streames pas sur PC? Ouais, exact. I know. Je sais pas si je suis prêt à streamer sur PC.
The crystal renews itself. Useful.
Wonder if there's another crystal around we could use on those routes.
Oops. Whoa. Y a-tu un MP sur multiplayer? Non, y a pas de multiplayer. C'est fait pour jouer en solo. Les jeux que j'aime pas. My style. C'est vraiment story driven. Fait que... J'aime ça comment lui peut tirer à travers les murs sans problème. Wow. Son fils se téléporte dans le dos. Ouais. C'est bon pour le mal. Disons que Atreus, je pense que c'est ça son nom, il suit pas les mêmes lois de la physique que nous. Je parie qu'on va revenir de l'autre côté tantôt. What's up, people? Ah, mauvais bouton.
Look, there's a bridge over there. How do we get to it?
Là, le slow-mo des attaques. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a là? Tu trouves pas ça cool? Ou tu trouves ça cool? What am I missing? Oui et non. Ah. Qui avait été pas fait pour tout le monde. Oups.
Here, boy. Another one.
This one's called Emir. Mother tried to tell me this one, but I think I was
Juste
too young.
comique. Ah,
Are giants coming
tant
out of
mieux.
his armpits?
Ça te fait rire, moi ça me rend heureux.
I think that might be Odin stabbing him. What's that?
What's what? Qu'est-ce que tu regardes?
What's that?
Qu'est-ce que tu regardes? Ah non, il n'y a rien là. Bon, ok. On comprend ça, on sort cela. Ah!
Oh, yes, no.
Magique.
Now it's stuck on the other side.
Faire la hache dehors. Ouais, j'ai essayé de la pitcher à des endroits que d'après moi, t'étais pas supposé. Hein. Puis, ça a pas marché. Ok, là, il tient. Pourquoi t'es pogné là, hein? Aha!
Never get tired of shattering things with this.
Vas-y.
No match for us.
C'est vrai que c'est un peu facile. Voyons, il rush le kid. Wow! C'est moi où il a fucking disparu? Mais pour vrai, il est rendu où? Le kid a fucking disparu, là. Oh, un coffre. Wow! J'ai pas en tout fait le coup.
I think you got it.
Et voilà. Une botte drette d'un dent. Malade. Plein de loot. Ok, mais tout ça, il est où le kid? Check bien ça, je vais le faire
Boy.
réapparaître.
Yes, sir.
Ou pas.
Interesting.
What the fuck? Pourquoi t'es obsédé à aller par là? On fait des bêtes, pensez-vous qu'il va disparaître? Il a fucking disparu! Il s'en va où?
Atreus, to me.
Ouais, je l'ai écouté. Il va encore disparaître, je peux aller? Et puis, j'ai été relativement déçu. Je m'attendais à de quoi de bien différent. J'ai trouvé ça poche que Scarlet Witch devienne la méchante. Là. Mais bon, c'est peut-être moi qui s'en viens trop critique dans mes films. Je trouve qu'il y avait de quoi pour faire du bon matériel, puis... j'ai le sentiment que c'est pas aussi bon que ça aurait pu l'être. Un peu déçu. Ouais, moi j'ai aimé le troisième Spider-Man, là, mais à date dans la phase 4, c'est pas mal le seul que j'ai trouvé ok. Après Infinity, on dirait qu'ils veulent se réinventer et c'est bof ça. Ouais, je suis d'accord avec toi.
Not long now, man.
Pas trop sûr ce qu'ils vont s'en aller avec tout ça d'ailleurs. Ah, il bug, man, c'est weird. C'est comme si j'avais oublié de faire de quoi.
Look, the
C'est là
summit.
aussi
We're
que
so close now.
tous les films sont
Your
similaires,
quiver.
mais c'est pas...
Strap broke when we fought the dragon. It's all right.
Ouais,
I
il
can
y en a
hold it.
plusieurs que
Stop.
j'ai aimés. Mais je comprends ce que tu veux dire, qu'ils se ressemblent tous. Leur sauce, elle a marché pendant longtemps.
Broken quiver will slow your draw. Pain we endure. Faulty weaponry we do not. This will do for now. Good?
Good.
Go. Steady, boy. Mind your footing. Focus up, boy.
Pourquoi je vais le refaire des films de 90? Mais c'est ce qu'ils ont fait là, avec First Class, là, puis j'ai pas coupé dans cette série-là.
Yes.
Un prenne. Oh, t'as dit ça, là? Le crosseur X-Men, ouais. Si je reprenne l'arme, ce serait bon, mais j'ai peur du résultat. Il y avait beaucoup d'erreurs. Ouais. Mais je trouve pas que l'histoire était bien ficelée non plus. Hein. C'est comme l'histoire avec Jean Grey, là, de Dark Phoenix. Hein. Je crois que c'est un personnage super cool, même, qui a plein de problèmes psychologiques. Là. Et je sais pas, dans le film, ça a pas du tout donné ce vibe-là ou ce feeling-là. Elle était dans le désordre. Qu'est-ce que tu veux dire qu'elle était dans le désordre? Ah ouais, c'est ça qu'on trouve la tête de l'autre. Et là, c'est pouvoir avant d'avoir le phénix, mais le phénix qui lui donne. Ah, on peut monter ici. Je suis pas certain de ça. Il me semble que ça reste quand même une X-Men, une Striker sans le phénix. Ok, ça oui, ça c'est le phénix qui lui donne ça. Il a peur de contrôle. C'était plus comme dans la première trilogie des X-Men, dans le 2, je crois, peut-être le 3. M'emmener à ça, le phénix prend le contrôle. Là. Je trouve ça fait bien plus de sens. C'était une X-Men avant, mais elle était plus bien ici, c'était télépathe. Exact. Celle qui était la protégée de Xavier.
You hear those voices too, right?
Yes. Be silent.
That sounds like the same man who came to our house. You said you killed him.
Shh. You brought company this time. Must be important if the son was
Techniquement, le phénix l'a tué dans l'espace et a pris possession d'elle.
Tell me, you two still tripping over yourselves to impress Daddy?
Le
Tattooed tracks show he now
Hey, c'est Thor. Je me souvenais pas qu'on voyait
Where
Thor
would they
ici.
go next?
Why would I know that?
Il avait perdu dans sa
You're
tête
the
à cause de
smartest
ça.
one alive, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Smarter than all the dead ones, too.
You help me, I help you. Tell me where they are, and I'll talk to Odin.
Your father won't let me go, Balder, and he won't let you kill me. You have nothing to offer me, so take your questions, take your threats, take these two worthless wankers, and piss off!
C'est peut-être pas Thor non plus, il n'y a pas de marteau. Hein.
We'll be back for your other eye.
Don't you forget.
We really are, aren't we?
Ah, pour vrai, il n'y a pas de chemin plus direct.
Ah, the very topic of conversation. A tattooed man traveling with a child.
We took the path. Make sure we're all low.
But we just saw them leave.
Do as I say.
He doesn't know what you are.
And I would keep it that way. Who are you?
Me? I'm the greatest ambassador to the gods, the giants, and all the creatures of the Nine Realms. I know every corner of these lands, every language spoken, every war waged, every deal struck. They call me Mimir, smartest man alive. And I have the answer to your every question.
Good.
Why does the son of Odin hunt us?
Okay, there are a few gaps in my knowledge. But Odin's had me imprisoned here for 109 winters. I'm a clever lad. I can piece it together. Promise. Just give him time.
Nobody there, just like I said.
The boy's mother is dead. She wished her...
She wanted us to spread her ashes on the highest peak in all the realms.
Oh, then you've come to the wrong place, little brother. The highest peak in all the realms is not here in Midgard. It's in Jotunheim, realm of the giants.
No!
Fuck!
That could not be what she meant.
Take a look. This is the last known bridge to Jotunheim in all the realms. See that mountain? Looks like a giant's finger scraping the sky. That's the highest peak in all the realms. No here.
Can't we just take that bridge? We have a Bifrost.
When the giants destroyed all other bridges to their realm, they locked this one up with a secret rune. If it still exists, only a giant would know it.
And all of them left Midgard a long time ago.
True. But today, the winds of fate have kicked up a strange vortex of coincidence. Fact is, there's only one person alive who can get you where you need to go. And luckily for you, my schedule's wide open.
We're going to Jotunheim, right?
It's your best and only move from a tactical standpoint. It's the one place the man who cannot be killed won't follow you.
What do we do?
Yes!
First, you need to cut off my head.
Wait, what?
Odin made sure that no weapon, not even Thor's hammer, could free my body from these bonds. But fortunately, you don't need my body. The trick is, we need to find someone who can reanimate my head using the old magic.
Old magic. There's a witch of the woods. She knows the old ways.
And she'll help. She might do worth a try.
But if she fails, he will be dead.
He tortures me, you know. Every day, brother. Odin himself sees to it personally, and believe me, there is no end to his creativity. Every single day. This isn't living.
Very well.
Oh, I can't watch this.
Brother, in case you can't resurrect me, there's something you need to know. Boy, the longer you wait to tell him his true nature, the more damage you do. He will resent you. You may lose him forever.
Always nice of him.
So you value your privacy more than your son.
I'm going to cut off your head now.
Fair enough.
Nice. Je pensais qu'il y aurait plus de sang.
Jotunheim! We're going to Jotunheim! We're going to find the long-lost realm of the giants. That's...
Inconvenient.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Bye, lâche. Hey, on l'a entendu tomber.
Atreus, here.
Yes, Father!
Bon, tout ça pour revenir sur nos pas. Donc là, j'ai appelé
Do
le...
you remember the way to the witch's house?
Yes.
Ah,
The
c'est
woods with the
là-bas.
blood red leaves. South of the lake. I know just where to go. Hope she made it back from Alfheim and can bring Mimir back. He seemed nice. Before you cut off his head.
Pour vrai, c'est ça le chemin. Fuck. Plein de choses qu'on n'a pas faites en arrière. Ouh.
Look at this place. This must be a branch of the World Tree.
Boy, stay on the path.
Right, I know. I can't believe it was Baldur that came to our house. The Aesir god. Baldur. And you fought him. And won.
Yes.
One of Odin's sons. Thor's brother. Now he's hunting us with his nephews. Why is this happening?
If we can raise the head, you can ask him.
Okay. You know, it's silly, but I secretly hope we find a giant somewhere in that mountain. I guess they really did leave Midgard, except for the serpent. And maybe the last was kind. Are you the last of your kind too? Is that why you don't like to talk about
My kind?
I mean, your family. Before Mother and I. Where you came from. Mother, father?
Now is not the time for that.
Yes, sir.
We jump.
Really?
Pour vrai?
Bad idea!
Shit. C'était vraiment une mauvaise idée. Ok, on va faire le tour par là-bas. Je vais arriver de l'autre bord. Eh oui. Nice.
Rock! Rock! Rock!
What? I'm on a fucking break. Don't hear me screeching at you whenever you're twiddling your short and curlies.
Leave him, boy.
No, Trap. Well, you already soiled my solitude, so you may as well join me.
You're not hungry.
Good. It's not what I was offering.
Saw your brother again.
Congratulations. And I'm sure you'll let him go and Roger my axe good and plenty again. Hmm? Let's see the damage. Little canker throat wouldn't know proper weight and balance if it were dangling off his chut. You eating well enough?
I guess.
Good. All better. Now what the fuck else you want, huh? Times he gets so wrapped up in his work, Sentry hasn't the sense to sip or sup. And if he does remember, good luck getting him to cook his own meat. Guess I got all the stomach in the family. Along with the smarts.
You miss him.
What, that spit-fister? What do you know?
I just mean...
Hey, do you mind? Trying to concentrate here, already on a break from my break.
Hey! Where's your beast of burden?
What do you mean? I ate her. Fat bits of her out just a while ago.
What is wrong with you?
What? Her milk ran dry.
She was your friend.
Then she'll be happy I'm so well fed. Shit bricks, boy, you got a real sentimental streak, know that? Don't get yourself confused out there. I'm getting back to it. All right, what'd you break?
Je suis trop pauvre. Non, c'est ça, je vends pas ça. Aha!
After your winning smiles armor enough, but why take chances? Right. Lots of luck.
Ben, merci beaucoup.
Boy, what is the path back to the witch?
First, we need to find a boat.
No shit. À quand le prochain boss? Une excellente question, man. Si je suis l'histoire, puis je m'en vais voir la witch tout de suite. Ah. Il n'y aura pas de boss, c'est sûr et certain. J'ai l'intention de refaire le tour aussi des îles.
Did you see something out there? That tower.
I see no tower.
Maybe I'm seeing things.
Oh, c'était weird ça. Faudrait faire un setup PC pour
Do
ça.
you remember the way back to the witch from here?
That way, behind the big statue of Thor.
Je vais faire un setup PC pour ça, tu veux dire pourquoi, hein? Je t'ai pas suivi là-dessus.
Starboard.
Boat's right.
Good.
Ok, allons chez la witch tout de suite. J'ai déjà mis un son d'alerte. Ah ouais, sorry man. Je ne les entends point. Un de ces quatre peut-être, un de ces quatre peut-être. Si je me souviens bien, c'est ici dans l'histoire qu'on va récupérer nos lames. Même si je les ai déjà depuis un bon moment.
Huh?
The water dropped.
And the serpent rose. Right. I knew that. I know she's really powerful, but you really think the witch can bring a head back to life?
She seems competent in her craft. And we have nothing to lose.
If she can't bring it back to life, can we keep the head?
No. But you may feed it to the fish.
Okay. Looks like we got them all. I bet this'll lead out. Turn back to Aesir. Guess the gods aren't welcome here. There he is! I hope he remembers us. Hold on. Let me read this.
Hold on. Wait.
How's it going, Charlie? Is your witch friend here?
What is that name?
That's what he told me it was. Or what it sounded like in my head anyway. Charlie. Here we go!
Can you read it?
Yes, sir. Death to the Raven God, Lord of the Hang.
Ok. Lui, il dit quoi?
Read it.
Sir. Save their neat things upon all who trespass.
Focus up.
They barely touched us.
Eh oui.
betray us. To me. Here, boy.
I know those rooms. That's Vinder. When? Must be for that sand bowl down there.
What does it say?
Falcon, hawk, and turtle dove. Swim aloft in oceans above. Ah, wind. Vinder. Look what it did!
Malade. J'ai jamais fait ça dans mon premier walkthrough. Une nouvelle rune, malade. J'ai envie de l'essayer juste pour le plaisir.
Father, she is here. It's so good to see you again. I knew you weren't dead.
Hello.
Oh, can you bring a head back to life?
I'm not sure I understand what... Wait. Where did you get those? The arrows. Give them to me, now.
They were a gift.
Do as she says, boy.
These arrows are dangerous. They're wicked. You find any more, you destroy them, understand? Do you understand? Say it!
I understand. If I see them, I'll destroy them.
It's all I ask. Forgive me. Please, take my arrows in their place. I have no need for them anymore. Now, what's this about a head? Do you have any idea who this is? Did you kill him?
At his request. claimed you could revive him.
Me? Are you sure you heard him right?
Please?
Take him to the table. Pamela. It's been a long time since I've practiced the old magic. Hold him there. Let's have a look. Well, thankfully his head hasn't decayed much and his brain is still intact. Nice clean cut. Cutting off his head of all people. I sure hope you know what you're doing. Now, hold his head under the water and don't let go. I mean it. That's enough.
It worked!
Let me see him. Mimir? You there?
Yes.
Good.
Oh. Hello, Freya. Been a long time. You look well.
What I did for them. As far as I'm concerned, death suits you better.
I'd bow if I could, Your Majesty. Forgive me. Had I known the witch in the woods was Freya herself, I never would have suggested this.
Freya? The goddess Freya?
You didn't know either? Sorry.
When word gets out that Mimir is free, the wrath of Odin won't be far behind.
You are God.
Leader of the Vanir, once yes, but no longer.
You did not think it important to tell me.
Are you really going to lecture me about that?
We are leaving, boy.
But...
Now.
You're welcome.
Why did you do that?
We cannot trust her.
Because she's a god?
Have I taught you nothing, boy?
But she's helped us a lot.
She lied.
Some people value their privacy. Best not to judge, brother.
When I require your council head, I will ask.
Fair enough. Get me to Tyr's temple in the Lake of the Nine, and I'll get you to Jotunheim as promised.
We know the temple. What's there?
Only the last living giant in Midgard. Who better to tell us the way?
The World Serpent? Wait, do you know how to talk to him?
Indeed. He speaks an obscure tongue more ancient even than these mountains. None are left in Midgard who speak it. Except, of course, for me.
Who do?
It's true. You wouldn't know it to look at him, but Jormungandr is a sparkling conversationalist.
Ouais, pour vrai.
Let's go open that chest.
Tout ça pour ça.
Here. Boy.
Another map. Father, over here.
Malade.
Gotta teach me that one. Sorry, shit. I think I see another one of those Volvo sandals that I drew the runes into. Not sure how we reach it. Okay, well, that's way too far to jump. This'll be fun. Almost there. I can't jump over with those wooden boards in the way. It is. It's another one of those sandals. There are different ranges along the side of this one.
What does it say?
Another riddle. Feed me not, we both are doomed. Overfeed me, all consumed.
The answer might be near, like the other.
I see it now. It says fire. Of course. Bow.
Alright, fait qu'il me reste une place à aller qui va être ici. Mais ça va être pas tout. Ah, peut-être que oui. Oups. Tout pour ça.
We'll need something to get through this one.
Je pensais que c'était la tête qui faisait ça. Fais chier.
Atreus, here.
So, Mimir, why did Freya spit in your face?
No. Speak of Baldur. He claims nothing harms him.
Aye, Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
Boasting of a god. Everyone has a weakness.
Not him, I'm afraid. Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
You just said that, Mimir.
Did I?
What is the source of this power?
Well, as I recall, it involved, a spell?
Mimir?
Parts of my brain must still be coming back to life. Just need a moment to finish waking up.
Hope he's not broken.
Il manque quand même la moitié de son corps. Il est pas mal fait, ça veut dire.
Mimir, we're on the lake.
Perfect. Dock us near the bridge.
That ship again. Mimir, you never did tell me why Freya spit in your face.
Well, she blames me in large measure for her present circumstances, and not totally without reason. It all goes back to the long war between the Aesir and Vanir. Prior to that, wars for the Aesir were easily won, but the Vanir had proved their equal and exacted devastating damage. Both sides suffered tremendous losses, and for many of us, quite frankly, war was simply no fun anymore, but a rather senseless waste of precious life. Wouldn't you agree, brother? Precisely. Enough was enough. And at last, Odin's most brilliant advisor became determined to find a more enlightened path. He set about to broker a peace between the gods. Took some convincing, but ultimately Odin was persuaded to marry his deadliest enemy, a certain Vanir goddess, legendary not only for her fertile beauty, but her genius at the very Vanir magic that Odin had long aspired to master.
Freya married Odin? What was in it for her?
It was a sacrifice to protect her people, a selfless act of love. Truly, she deserves better than she got. But of course, there's more to that story.
Ah, pour vrai? Mais non. Okay.
Ed, how do we speak to the serpent?
There's a horn on a platform at the middle point of the bridge. Take me to it.
Finally, that horn!
Good. Now put my lips to the horn. Odin had that statue made in honor of Thor. And seeing as the world serpent absolutely abhors the fat dauber, he was probably sick of looking at it.
But doesn't that hurt?
Well, he and Thor have a bit of an unpleasant history between them. Or they will, anyway. So I guess waking up to see it was worse than the thought of lumps of solid stone passing through his gullet. You want me to ask him?
No. Our only concern is Jotunheim.
All right, wish me luck. Oh, ha ha ha! You envy me. I've still got it, lads. He remembers me. Why you? Oh, that's not right. Mokuno untun kun. Ahon eko no tun no pain of your loss. He will help you. Efniun Folkur. Curious.
What is it?
Oh, nothing to be concerned about.
Did it sustain
What
him?
is he doing?
Making sure we're headed in the right direction. Listen closely now. We need two things to get us into the land of the giants. First, we need to learn the travel rune that opens realm travel to Jotunheim. Second, we need to carve that rune into the special gateway.
That one on the peak where we first met you?
Correct. Except the giants, in their infinite wisdom, saw to it that no ordinary chisel would do the job. Only the tip of a magical chisel opens that gate. Luckily, I know where it is, and it's not far.
He looked kind of mad for a moment there.
Now that, you thought I said you were friends of Odin. You'll forgive me. I've never spoken the ancient tongue sober.
Wait, look! The water's dropped even further. You can see more of the realm towers and statues. I even see new places to explore along the shore.
Where is this chisel?
Find me a boat, and we'll go from there.
All right. Fait que ça va être ça pour ce soir, les amis. Merci pour ceux qui sont venus voir. Il va sûrement avoir un live ce samedi avec Agent si possible. Sinon, quelqu'un de la gang qui va continuer un des jeux qu'on présente habituellement sur la chaîne. Puis il va peut-être avoir d'autres lives surprises d'ici là. Dans tous les cas, merci à ceux et celles qui sont venus voir. Puis bonne soirée les Culture Cultures. À la prochaine.